Okay, we've all seen some wild stereotypes at the gym, that's for sure. Okay, so we're gonna have some fun today. Let's not take this too serious. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna talk about the stereotypes and all that. I got about 10 different stereotypes here. Okay, so while this is going on, if you're watching the video after the fact, drop it in the comments. But if you're watching it live, if you're on here live with me right now, drop in the chat some of your most annoying gym characters or gym personalities or the gym stereotypes. Just drop them in there, or the funniest, whatever. Just engage in the conversation here. Drop some comments in there and let's get her all started here. Again, this is all in fun, guys. Let's not take this too serious. So I'm not going to try to be whatever. I'm not necessarily saying that I believe all these 10 stereotypes. I'm just breaking it down to what the 10 stereotypes are. I'm not going to tell you which ones annoy me, which ones don't, all that kind of thing. Or maybe I will. I probably will. But I got a list here, so I'm just going to jump right into it. Since we're here right now, where's my mouse? I'm on two screens here. Let me scroll down here. Yeah, so I'm going to go over I got 10 here, 10 different stereotypes, okay, that we're going to talk about here, the gym goers stereotypes, okay? You know what I mean, the different characters. There's people with different personalities or different characters in the gym, that's for sure. And they keep talking about these characters in the gym because they're there. It's just like in everyday life, but it really stands out in the gym how people have different personalities and characters. For sure. So I'm going to start talking about, I guess we're going to get right into it with number 1. Okay, let me scroll down here. I updated my list, so I scroll down even farther. Okay, where are we at here? That's it. Okay, the funniest and most annoying gym stereotypes. Okay, we got the loud lifter. Everyone knows the loud lifter. They're making all that noise, making sure everyone in the weight room sees them lifting all this heavy weight. And they drop them, bang them, all that kind of stuff. They're almost like creating a big production, making sure everyone sees them. Everyone notices them. Okay, we got those people in there, the loud lifters. They yell, they drop weights, all that stuff. Before the set, they will call, come on, let's go. And then they do their bench and raw. All this crazy stuff that's not necessary, okay? Especially in a commercial gym, guys. This is just crazy stuff. And I guess they know. So if anyone knows this or knows what I'm talking about, or if you are that guy or girl, and we all know it's usually a guy. It's usually a couple guys together doing this kind of stuff. Yelling and saying, come on, buddy, lift it, lightweight, lightweight. Or what's that Ronnie Coleman saying? Lightweight, buddy, lightweight. Whatever. You know the guys. They make all that noise and they want to definitely make sure they're seen. It's typically younger people, whatever. I don't know. Maybe they're just excited or they think they have to be all aggressive and angry to lift heavy things, right? You don't have to be, guys. You can exert top performance without yelling like a maniac. Sure, you might go, ugh, on the last one, that's fine, but you're not making a spectacle of yourself and disrupting the whole gym or doing that deadlift and then throwing it down and then yelling or whatever you're doing. They're out there. So that's the stereotype number 1. That's the loud lifter. Or what else I got here? The human megaphone. Well, I'll call him the loud lifter. So number 1's the loud lifter. And then now in this new day and age, we've got the influencer who blocks off the equipment and stuff just to set up their camera and all this stuff, the perfect angle and all this jazz. Joey Swall knows all about the influencer. Okay, this is a character in the gym, the influencer who's staging all their stuff and everything. And then the influencers get mad when you walk in front of their camera, which is outrageous. Ask Joey Swall, it's outrageous. Influencers do not own the gym, guys. And you ask them how many more sets they got, whatever, they kind of like, well, you don't even ask them about how much longer you're going to be with the machine. They're like, they're setting up the angles and all this kind of stuff. They're spending way more time in setting up the shot and getting the perfect and then redoing and all that more than they are working out. You know who I'm talking about. We're going to call them the influencers. and they automatically put it to Instagram or TikTok or YouTube like they should. But YouTube's the hardest one to build, so no one wants to put all their stuff on YouTube because it's too much work. But I'm putting in the work, guys. So the influencer is one of the characters in a gym, and they'll make you wait for equipment and everything, right? I'm giving the bad case for the influencer. Like I said, it's entertainment, guys. We're entertaining here right now, so don't take everything so serious. So they set up their camera, they hog the space, they get the perfect angles. It takes them forever. They spend 95% of the time trying to get the perfect angle, perfect video, perfect this, perfect that, and 5% working out. They're called the influencers for this sake of the video. Okay, and you've got number 3. Let me scroll down. Okay, guys, so feel free to drop some comments in here or your take on all these things. Then we got the machine hog. That'd almost be the influencer, but we're going to call it a separate category. The machine hog. They're basically the person that's on the machine doing their presses and all that kind of stuff, or whatever machine they're on. But in between sets, they're scrolling away on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube. They're scrolling away, or they're texting to their buddy, ah ha ha, and they're laughing. But it's nothing serious. You know what I mean? They're spending 5 to 10 minutes between sets scrolling away and all that stuff. And you ask them how many more sets or what, if you can use a machine, they say, oh no, I'm just resting between sets. So you scrolling away on your goddamn phone for 5 to 10 minutes and then doing a 30-second set, then scrolling 5 to 10 minutes is resting between sets? That's called hogging the machines, guys. And then another one for going with, since we're talking about the machine hog, there's also the dumbbell hog, right? You know the one that has, I'm doing a drop set, and they got like 5 sets of dumbbells all lined up beside their bench. And they got 5, 10s, 15s, 20s. And those are the popular ones for people, right? Or sorry, 10, 15, 20, whatever. They got the popular ones. You know they're the popular ones. You say, can I borrow those for a set? No, I'm doing a drop set. But they're sitting there and they're like, what the fuck? Don't hog the equipment. Don't hog the machines. So I'm going to call them the machine hogs. Okay, that's number 3. And then we're going to get to the next one. The next one, okay. I've got lists here just to keep myself on track. Again, I'm Shaun Campbell 2.0. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube under the handle Shaun Campbell 2.0. So Shaun Campbell 2.0. Find me everywhere, okay? So if you're liking what you're seeing, subscribe to the channel. If you're liking what you're seeing, drop something in the discussion. Drop something in the comments. What are some of these gym characters that stand out to you? Or who are these what are some gym stereotypes that you see in the gym often, okay? I went through 3 already, and then we're going to go to the next one. Okay, let me just look at this one real quick. The gym wanderer, number 4. Okay, I'm going to do 10 of these in total. The gym wanderer, they kind of just wander around. They got a look on their face like they're heading somewhere to do something, but as you're watching them, you realize they're not really doing anything. And then they'll get to random discussions with people, but they're just wandering around. So I'll just call them the gym wanderer. It's that simple, okay? They just spend most of their time looking like they know what they're doing, looking like they're up to something, but they're just walking around. Obviously, we're not going to break their balls too much because maybe they're just there. They like the social atmosphere and all that kind of stuff. They just want to be out and about. Or maybe they're a little intimidated by the equipment. They're just trying to get a feel for the stuff. But they're there. They walk around the gym. We'll call them the gym wanderer. Kind of walk around like they're at IKEA, looking at things and all that. Kind of looking like they know what they're doing, but they end up, but when you watch them for a while, you realize they aren't doing anything. So we'll call them the gym wanderer. Okay, I don't know. So if you see any of these people or these characters in your gyms or these stereotypes, drop it in here, guys. Let's get a discussion going. Or just say hi. Just freaking drop in the discussion right now and just say hi to me. Give me a thumbs up or something. Okay, because I'm performing here. I'm entertaining. And I feel like I'm just yelling at a camera right now, but what the hell? Let's do it. Okay. The unsolicited trainer. Oh my God, we love that one. The person who just walks around like to give unsolicited advice to people about their form and technique and all that kind of stuff. And in the back of your mind, you're thinking, that makes no sense what you just told me. But they're kind of like the know-it-all, and they want to give you their 2 cents that you didn't ask for, so it's unsolicited. That's the annoying part about it all. Like I said, they usually always get it wrong anyways. And they always want to say, if I were you, I would adjust this. If I were you, I would try this. If I were you, you should do this. And it's always the latest, trendiest bullshit that you see because they don't know what they're talking about. They just see stuff on TikTok. So they saw something on TikTok by some jacked up freak telling them how to use a machine or whatever, and they think they know everything about everything. They're basically more than know-it-all type people, and you put them in a gym atmosphere, they just do a little Google searching and a little studying over the weekend. They think they know everything about the gym. We all know it's a lot more complicated than that, guys. So the unsolicited trainer who gives their unsolicited advice is number 5. Okay. Oh my God, I'm scrolling away here, guys. Scrolling away. Oh geez, this one's a funny one. I like just putting titles for myself, then I read them, and then I just live it out for you guys. Number 6. The performer. Okay, let me clarify this. Basically the rock star of the gym, the performer, okay? You know the person, okay? They got their headphones on or they got earbuds in or something, and they're just dancing around. And they're dancing, and sometimes they're even singing out loud. Yeah, whatever. I want to rock with you. Or whatever it is, or whatever they're singing. I'm not going to try to sing. Like, now that I'm trying to do it on the spot here, I can't even think of a song to sing. But they're just singing a song, but they're singing it out like as if they're at home. Like they're in the shower. You know people sing in the shower? They're singing like they're at home, all alone in the shower. They think, they're acting like they're all by themselves, like they own the gym. Like no one else is there, just them, and they're dancing around. They're basically performing. It's kind of wild to see, but they're out there. So I don't know, they're not, it's not that annoying. It depends who it is, right? Or they're head bang, but they're like a little head nod and stuff like this. Like maybe if you're just doing this between sets, that's cool. And you're not talking, right? So you're just doing this. But if you're like drawing your head, you're like doing the drums and your rock guitar, the air guitar, if you're doing all this crazy shit, that's wild. I call that the gym performer. That's number 6 on my characters in the gym or my stereotypes in the gym. The gym performer. Basically, they're just walking around like they own the place. They're singing along, all that kind of stuff. The gym performer. And then we got the, I'm jumping quicker to this one. Number 7, the one exercise only guy, okay? You go to the gym all the time, right? And every time you see this guy, he's always doing bench press. Every time you see him. You know he doesn't do legs. You're not sure if he does other things, but the only thing you ever see him doing is bench press. And he specializes in it, I guess. Like, they come in there only to do bench press. That's it. So I call them the only, the one exercise only guy. Or the one exercise only girl. Maybe you see a girl always in there. She's always doing those hip thrusts with a barbell across the lap. The hip thrust for the glutes. She's always working glutes. Always a hip thrust. Or you see the guy. He's always doing bench press. So that's the one exercise only guy or girl. Okay, that's number 7. Okay. Again, I'm Shaun Campbell 2.0. If you like the entertainment, if you think I'm funny, or if you think I'm an idiot, put something in the discussion. Put something in the chat. If you think I'm crazy or this is just the dumbest thing you've ever seen, keep watching it. Sometimes watching crazy shit's fun. If you think I'm just outrageous and stupid and this is just silly, that's okay. Let's watch it. The gym has a lot of characters, guys. We got to make the gym fun. Let's make the gym fun again, okay? Enjoy the characters, okay? Just don't think too much about it. Just next time you're in the gym, remember this video you watched with the Shaun Campbell 2.0 guy, the Shaun Campbell 2.0 video about the gym characters or the gym, what I call them, stereotypes. The funny, annoying gym stereotypes, the top 10. So just remember that this video and just go around and point them out. You probably can buy, I bet you any person here, once they go to the gym, can point out at least 3 of these. At least 3 of these stereotypes that I'm mentioning so far. And I just finished 7. We got number 8. What do we call this one? Let's just call them, number 8, the quarter rep king. Okay? This is typically a guy, so I'll say king. The quarter rep king. So basically, you see them every time they're doing something, it's always heavy and it's always not even close, When I say not full range, I mean not even close. They're doing a squat and they're going down this far. They're doing a leg press and they're only moving like this much. Like, so they're basically doing quarter reps with everything, but they're putting a lot of weight on because they're strong. Look how much weight I can handle. They do the bench press, they bring it down like this. Because they're not going to bring it down to their chest. They're always going to bring it to at least here or even a little shy of that. They'll kind of bring it like just barely. We're going to call them the quarter rep king or queen, okay? The person who goes in there and doesn't do full range of motion, or they're swinging the barbell curl. You ever seen this when they say swing the barbell curl and they bring their elbows back like this? But then when you realize that if you actually took the arm out and they do the curl, they're only doing this much movement, but they did this. If you do this, yeah, you got the bar from here to here, but this is all swinging of the arms, and you only did flexion of the elbows like this much. So they're called the quarter rep kings. Okay, that's number 8. Is that number 8 I'm at? Basically, they just use zero range of motion all the time. So if you see someone on the machines just using zero range of motion all the time, we're going to call them the quarter rep kings or queens, okay? And then this one's a little bit more serious or funny. I don't know. They're all out there. Actually, let me read this. Someone dropped something in the chat, so I want to read it. You're from Iran. Awesome. So Amir, subscribe to the channel. Since you're here, subscribe to Shaun Campbell 2.0. And welcome from Iran. I'm in Canada. I'm in Toronto, Canada area. I'm just outside Toronto. And it is around, what time is it? 11, let me look at my phone. 11:06 a.m. my time. Okay, January 31st, 11:06 a.m. Okay, so welcome, Amir from Iran. Okay, so the next one down is, yes, more serious one. Overly sweaty and smelly guy or girl. Okay, typically it's a guy. That's why I got guy on most of this stuff, because typically these stereotypes and stuff are typically the guys, especially, no, but when you got that performer one that I talked about earlier about dancing around, singing, all that kind of stuff, you see girls doing that. Because there's one girl who does it, but it doesn't bother me because it's kind of fun. Because some people are fun, not annoying, right? There's a fine line between annoying and fun. I don't know what it is, but there's a fine line. Because there's this one girl that always will do it, and I always see her doing it, and she dances around to herself, but it doesn't bother me. It's just like, it's okay, that's kind of fun. Like, it's not annoying. Plus, I got my earphones in anyways, so I just put them in. I don't hear all the singing part, but I can see that her mouth's moving. And she's not just dancing, she's dancing like she's at a club, okay? So that's the performer, right? That's the character, the performer. So what are we at? The overly sweaty and smelly guy. They're ones that they go in the machine, and then when they get off it, the thing is just covered in sweat. Okay? And you know, they're out there. Or they just have that body odor, but you don't know what to say. Okay? This is kind of more serious, right? You don't know how to handle it. If anyone has any suggestions how you should handle if someone smells in the gym, or if they need to, like, you know what I mean? Or if they're too sweaty on the equipment, like what to do. And of course, they're the ones that always seem to be too close to you or something, or they're nearby you and you're trying to use a machine, but you can't avoid it. You're trying to avoid it, but you can't. And it's a strong smell. They're out there, guys. They're out there. I don't come across it that often, to be honest with you, but when I do, it's like, whoa. Like a little body odor once in a while you'll smell, like briefly, but once in a while you come across a really bad body odor, or someone leaves the machines all sweaty as hell and they just walk away. Like, most people that work out the gyms don't leave this stuff sweaty, but there's some people that love doing like a circus style or something. They're old school. They think if you're not sweating, you're not working out. So they'll do all kinds of crazy shit between sets just to make sure they're sweating, because they don't want the sweat to stop. Because that's an old school thing. Because if you ever see some old school guys and stuff that don't know anything about working out, and they're trying to get in there to lose weight or whatever they're trying to do, right? They'll go in there and do the weights, but they'll make it into a circle where they're sweating their ass off. And it's almost like they don't feel like, and I was even talking to a guy one time a while back. Basically, if he's not sweating, you feel like he's not working out. So even with weights and stuff, they want to sweat. Like, I literally work out with this on, and I don't even take it off because I'm not even sweating. I'm pushing it hard. Once in a while, it gets a little hot. But I don't know. I'm going with the covered up vibe because it just makes me really focused on it. And because we get too caught up in looking at ourselves in the mirror and all that kind of stuff. I still look in the mirror when I got a sweater on, but I'm looking at more, I don't know, just looking in my eyes, like the focus. I'm looking at the weight, like the technique or whatever, right? I'm not overly subconscious or self-conscious about like how my physique looks and what's my bicep looking like, all that kind of bullshit, right? That can get you really distracted, either motivate or demotivate you, right? One or the other, but you don't want it to take away from your workout. So anyways, if you come across that person, they're out there, the overly sweaty and smelly guy, okay? Okay. So again, this is all in fun, guys. Let's not take this too serious. Don't get mad at me for stuff I'm saying here. I'm pointing out what people tend to say are the main characters in the gym, the main stereotypes. Okay, and I'm going to go to number 10. Well, this one's obvious. When I say what it is, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. The social butterfly. Basically, they're there more, they're kind of like the talk show host in the gym. They're walking around talking to everybody. They're spending way more time talking and having fun, joking around and all that stuff than they are working out, which is fine and dandy, okay? Because I understand people all have their own reason to be there, but they're out there, right? The social butterflies, they'll interrupt you during a set and all that stuff, but once you set boundaries with these social butterflies, they'll respect it. Like, if a social butterfly tries to talk to me and I'm during a set, I'll tend to just finish my set first, then talk to them, right? Because I don't mind talking between sets to people, right? But you also gotta keep on task. Keep on task your workouts, right? You don't let it end up being like 10 minutes between sets. You're shooting the shit with a social butterfly because they'll pull you in their trap. The social butterfly will suck you in. Okay, they'll start talking to you about stuff. And they're fun. They're laughing. They're telling jokes. They're entertaining. They're the host of the gym, basically, right? They feel like it's their gym and you just coming on in. They're hosting it. They're working the room. Maybe I'm taking it a little bit too extreme, but you get the idea of the social butterfly, right? Social butterfly is fine, but just keep it to a minimal, okay? So if you're going to be talking to people, respect their time and all that kind of stuff. Talking between sets is totally cool, but make sure it's between sets. Don't talk during their set, all that kind of stuff. And if someone looks like they're really focused, don't talk to them. Like, don't bother them. Maybe give them a hi or something like that. But yeah, the social butterflies, they're out there. So that's my top 10, guys. So what do you guys think of that list? Or who do you think I should add on the list? Or who out of those top 10 is the most annoying? I'll run through the top 10 real quick again, just so you can give me your thoughts on who's the most annoying and all that kind of stuff, right? Okay. I want to go up to the funniest and most annoying gym stereotypes. I already went through them all, so if you just come across this video now, just rewind it, you'll see it, or whatever, or back. Is it called rewind it? Or is that just so old school that I'm old? I'm talking about like VHS tapes. Just rewind it, or cassette tape. You just got to rewind it. Just go back in the video. Okay. Here are the stereotypes. I gave you 10. The loud lifter, that's obvious. They just make a lot of noise and make sure everyone sees them. The influencer, they're always videotaping all their shit and they're more concerned about camera angles. The machine hog, the person who's basically on the machine, texting and all that stuff between sets. They're basically spending 5 to 10 minutes between sets on the phone, blah, blah, blah. They're hogging the machine. The gym wanderer, they just wander around not knowing what they're doing, but they're there and they're wandering around looking like they're doing something. But when you watch them, they tend to be not doing anything, just walking around the gym, looking around, seeing what's going on. The unsolicited trainer, that's the person who walks up to you and wants to give you advice on how to do exercises and all this kind of stuff, how to correct your form and all that kind of stuff. And you didn't ask for it. That's why it's the unsolicited trainer. The performer. This is the person who's basically got their headphones on, wherever they're dancing around, singing and all that kind of stuff. And they're acting like they're at home by themselves. They're putting on a show. They're the performer. So you got those ones. What's the other one? The one exercise only. The person you see in there all the time, you're wondering, do they ever do anything but? And it's like bench press. Like every time you see him, you've never seen him do anything else. You always see him, they're doing bench press or chest day or whatever. They're only doing bench press all the time. Or you see a certain girl all the time. The only thing you ever see her doing is working her glutes. That's it. She's doing the hip thrust with the barbell or whatever, right? That's all you ever see her doing. Those are the one exercise only guy or girl, right? Then we got the quarter rep king or queen, okay? This is basically the person you see use the machine, but never, ever uses even close to full range of motion. Everything's just little reps. Like everything, they're trying to use weight they can't handle, but they're using like a very short range of motion, whether it's a curl or whatever. If it's curl, they're doing like something like this. If it's overhead press, they're kind of going like this. Or if it's a machine press, they're going like this. You know what I mean? They're not using a full range of motion. They're making it easy. They're the quarter reppers. So we'll call them the quarter rep king or queen. Number 9, the overly sweaty and smelly person. Okay, they're there. They're there. I don't have to even talk about that. You know what I'm talking about. They get the machines all sweaty or they smell, right? And then the other one, number 10, the social butterfly. They're there basically to host the gym, basically. They're talking to everybody and they're cracking jokes. They're the life of the party. That's true. But they're there for social hour, which is fine. But just don't interrupt people or keep them preoccupied with your social antics between their sets, right? Not too long. Because I don't mind talking between a set, but I need to get right back to my next set. Like I don't want to get off the task at hand, right? Which is getting a good workout in, keeping the pump and all that kind of stuff. Keeping the workout flowing, right? Like I'm not going to take a 10-minute break to shoot the shit or have social hour with you. I'm going to break, like if I'm taking roughly a minute and a half between sets for a break, that's how much time you have to talk to me. And then when I do the set, don't talk during my set. So that's the social butterfly. So there's my top 10 characters in the gym, guys. Drop your comments, drop your suggestions, rank these people, whatever you want to do. I don't know. Which ones really stood out to you? Which ones do you see in your gym every day? You know what I mean? This was fun, guys. I had a lot of fun talking about this. Again, I'm Shaun Campbell 2.0. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok under Shaun Campbell 2.0, and also on YouTube, Shaun Campbell 2.0. Again, I'm on here to build up my freaking YouTube, guys. Right now, I'm just a guy on YouTube. I'm Shaun Campbell on YouTube. I want to be a creator, so I got to be recognized by YouTube and get pushed in the algorithm and all that kind of stuff. But they're going to want to see people watching my stuff, people engaging in my stuff, people subscribing to the channel, all that kind of thing. So I need your help, just that. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe to the channel. Just hit subscribe. It's that easy. It doesn't cost you a cent, and it helps a guy out. Give me a thumbs up in the comments or discussions. If you don't have anything to say, you know, people are like, I don't know what to say, Shaun, so what am I going to comment? Just give it a thumbs up, or if you don't know what to say, just say, hey, keep pushing out the content, man, doing great, or something like that. Just something simple like that. That doesn't mean you agree with what I'm saying or whatever in my videos or whatever, like, because some people don't want to say nothing because they don't know enough about the topic or whatever. Or just say, hey, cool video, or your energy was great in the video, man, keep it up, or have you got monetized yet, or just something fun that shows that you're following the story. Because I'm still far away from being monetized, okay? I've met the amount of people, the subscribers to get, because you have to get over 1,000 before you're eligible for monetization. So I'm over 2,000. I'm so close to 2,000, guys. I need 40 more subscribers to get to 2,000, so help me out there. So we're almost at that number. So, sorry, I'm almost at 2,000, but 1,000 is a cutoff, what they want to see for eligibility for monetization. But the really hard one to really prove that your content is actually hitting the audience and people want to see it is the watch hours. I'm way off on that one, guys. You have to get 4,000 watch hours within a 365-day period, basically from this day to 365 back. So whatever day you're on, the prior 365 days has to make up 4,000. So it's a rolling total, right? Every day they readjust it. So I'm only at about 1,600 or something, okay? Which is not bad for me. But that's still a long ways. But that also goes to show you, I've only been pushing really hard the last about 30, well, I'm going to say the last month. So the whole month of January, I've been pushing hard. I've done 72, this will be my 73rd YouTube live video, and it's helping me out get subscribers and get engagement and get my name out there and get practice on the camera and come up with ideas to talk about, okay? Because when I'm on here, I practice some new things. Like a video I'm probably going to drop after this is the top 10 gym stereotypes. I'm going to drop it just basically how I did it right now. I'm going to relive that on with my professional camera and my microphone and stuff. Because right now I'm just on my phone. This is just a YouTube live. This is just hit live and rock and roll, right? So there's no excuses. It gets me on there, gets me creating content, and it gets me engaging with the audience, and it gets me practicing. because I know, what's that? Allen Iverson, that's it. It's just practice. You know what? Practice counts, guys. I know Allen Iverson says it's just practice, but practice really matters. Like, the more I do this, the better I get on camera, okay? And I try out new things. And I also, because I see myself doing this stuff, I say, okay, that made sense. That was better. Or that person laughed there. Or people watched that. Or people like that short that I put out. It gives me an idea what's hitting and what's missing, right? So obviously me being a little more animated like this gets more attention, where I've got my hands going around, I'm talking a little louder, and my videos are like that. So if I act like that more in my video, like if I'm doing the edited videos, right, you just got to show more passion. You got to look like you actually are interested in what the hell you're talking about. Like it actually moves you at some degree or whatever the freak I'm talking about. Again, I'm Shaun Campbell 2.0. Help a brother out, okay? Subscribe to the channel. Like the videos. Share these videos. Shit, I didn't even think about mentioning that. Yeah, why not even just share the links? If you see a cool video that's funny or you think it might resonate with somebody, share it with them. If someone needs extra motivation, you see when my shorts are kind of motivating, share it with them or tag them in the comments or something, okay? And add me on Instagram, add me on Facebook, add me on TikTok. But, of course, subscribe to me on YouTube, because YouTube is the one that makes or breaks a social, like whether you're a real content creator, and I want to be a real content creator. And being a real content creator, as I'm putting it, real content creator, also means I have to get involved in the YouTube drama. That's why I just dropped a video about Logan Paul and Jake Paul, because I know that you have to talk about this shit. And I dropped about 5 videos on Wes Watson so far, on all of his fake bullshit that's going on, fake fights, fake this, fake that. It's all fake bullshit. And people are reacting. You know when something's fake and people are reacting to it like it's real? It's like, first of all, guys, it's fake, so why the fuck are we reacting to it? Why don't you just react to the fact that it's fake? People are afraid to call the bullshit on here. I'm not. If I think it looks fake, all the Wes Watson shit looks fake to me. I'm saying it's all bullshit. And I also knew when Logan Paul and Jake Paul were trying to bait us into they're going to fight. I knew they weren't fighting. Check out my video. I knew it was not going to be a fight. I knew they had some kind of big announcement coming up. And in the video I dropped yesterday, I talk about the 3 scenarios that I thought might be for their announcements. And know what's funny? One of my predictions was correct. Because, yes, they did drop a reality TV show. I didn't nail it exactly right, but it was my #1 prediction that it would be a reality TV show. I just thought it was going to be more of an Ultimate Fighter vibe, like the Ultimate Boxer, where they had 2 teams and they went off against each other and kind of used the Ultimate Fighter model, but made it more Ultimate Boxer model, you know what I mean? That's what my prediction was. But I said, even if it's not that, it's going to be a reality TV show with the 2 brothers. And what the fuck is it? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it says the family, but it's the 2 brothers. It's Jake Paul and Logan Paul. It's not the Paul family. Well, it is, but it's about those 2. Because if those 2 weren't in it, the other people wouldn't be in it. You know what I mean? So it's the Jake Paul and Logan Paul show, basically. But I could be wrong with the title. I think they called it Paul Family. I could be wrong. But yeah, it's going to be on HBO, coming out on March 27th. And I knew there was a big announcement coming. I had bad timing with my video because I had it all done yesterday. Prior to their announcement, I made the video. Like, I sat down in the morning and videotaped that whole prediction thing. And then in the evening, I saw their fucking announcement from HBO. I'm like, God damn. But it was exactly, so that's why I put mine out, even though I put it out like at 1 in the morning because I had to like finish the editing. I'm like, shit, I got to put this out right now. I want people to know that I knew, or that this is what I predicted before this. I didn't just make this video after. I really knew it wasn't a fight, and I really had a gut feeling it was going to be a reality show. But I didn't nail exactly the reality show, but pretty goddamn close. Again, I'm Shaun Campbell 2.0. Subscribe to be on here, guys. Subscribe. I'm trying to build this channel up, and I'm getting in on the creator content and all that kind of stuff, and the gossip and the drama and all that stuff. I got a funny video coming out next. where one of my lines in there is "Bravo, Johnny Bravo." Bravo, Johnny Bravo. Like that's my newest. That's gonna be my newest thing for this guy. I don't know. I'm gonna be the first guy who says that. I don't know if anyone's saying it. Like, I'm saying a lot of cool, funny stuff in these videos, but I'm such a small content creator at this point that no one's really seeing my shit. The YouTube's not pushing me. People aren't, like, the big YouTubers don't react. They don't, whatever you want to say, react downward. They don't react to what I do, unless for some reason they see something in it. Unless if you start pulling off some really good stuff and you're saying some really good stuff and you're getting momentum, even if you're not a big creator, I think the creators will notice. But it's going to take something. It's going to take something to pop off. So I'm just going to keep plugging away. I understand you got to pay your dues. You got to small steps towards the big goal. I'm putting in the work. I've been on live every single day, YouTube Live, every single day, at least once, sometimes as many as 3 times a day, since December 28th. Because I even did it before the January 1st New Year, because everyone's got the New Year's resolution, because that's kind of like my thing. And that's what I'm going to do in 2025. I'm going to make this happen, I said. But the day I said, why don't I just start right now? I didn't know what I was talking about, so my first live was pretty boring, and I didn't know what I was talking about, because I figured the key is just to do it. So if I even just press live, go live, press that button, and when I start talking, I've done it. And I got personality enough that I can just come alive. Like, I can be having the shittiest day and be bored out of my mind, but I hit live and I start talking. There's a little entertainer in me, right? I just got to figure out at what level I need to entertain to get people's reactions, right? Do I have to be more animated? Do I have to be less animated? Do I have to be a balance of both? I think a balance of both kind of shows you about seriousness of topics. Like, if something might deserve like oh my God, this is bullshit, they might deserve that, then sometimes I go, okay guys, this is serious. Do not bother people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you gotta have two different, also being authentic, yeah, you gotta show, we all have different personalities and how we deliver things. We're not, everyone's not always happy, everyone's not always crazy, everyone's not always yelling, everyone's not always joking, everyone's not always serious. Sometimes people are serious, right? So we all have different personality traits, so have a mixture of all of it. That's also what's interesting for the viewer. Like, if I have highs and lows in my videos. But the key is I got to get people seeing my videos, and I got to get people watching my videos. Because no one's making it past like a minute or so into my videos, if they even see it, because I can see in my analytics that YouTube's not pushing it, if you know what I mean. Because some of the videos I get, like, for me, 1,000 views is a big video, right? So one of my West Watson videos got that, but it also said, like, YouTube is recommending it or something. Something like 800 of those are because of YouTube recommendations. So YouTube, if they see something's hitting or people are watching, that's why I need you guys looking at my stuff and liking it and stuff. Because if they see that happening, they'll start pushing it to their algorithm, because it doesn't make any sense for them to push. Because they only have one way to choose whether they think it's good content or not, is how people are reacting to it, right? If people are giving it a great reaction, like, okay, this guy must be putting out some good content. Let's make sure people see this, because YouTube has a reputation too. They want to put their ads and stuff on their best quality content. So if I can prove that people are watching my stuff, which would also show that my content has value, that they will want to use their ads on there and stuff, and they'll push it, which is going to get me more watch hours, which is going to get me into the algorithm, which is going to get me monetized, which is going to get their YouTube putting all their ad placements on my stuff, which means that I get to partake in that, which means like I said, I will start making a little monetization. I know it'll be tiny at first, just like everything. My views are tiny right now. My subscribers are tiny. But when it grows, it grows. And this also builds other businesses, because I also run like International Drug-Free Athletics. I talk about Workout Warrior stuff. I'm selling clothing. Like, the International Drug-Free Athletics is like natural bodybuilding competitions. So it all hand in hand helps. It's all working together. It's just that I have to be patient. I have to pay my dues, and I have to not give up on myself, and not give up on the goal I put out there, and not let people down. I'm making myself accountable. I said I was going to do this. I feel like I have to prove now that I'm going to do this. I said I will be monetized in 2025. I just don't know when. I will be monetized, okay? I don't know when. It could be in a month. It could be in 6 months. It could be pushing it hard, and then December we finally did it. I hope it's not that long. I hope it doesn't take me the whole freaking year to do it. But we're going for it, guys. All right. So I'm probably just going to jump off of here. If you're seeing this, it's a Friday evening. I'm in Toronto, Canada. I'm Shaun Campbell 2.0. And until next time, all right.